for the Captain 6 or 8, you can look across the screen here and tell what it's set up for. By default, it's the Captain 8 is 3 heaters and 2 vents, because that uses up all the outputs, and that's a standard configuration. If you want to change it, it's pretty easy to do. We've got other videos on remapping. Remapping is when you change what it is. So if you want to remap and change this to 2 heaters, 2 cooling, 2 heating, it doesn't matter. It's really easy to do. You go 3 heating, 1 cooling, or any combination that you want, as long as you don't get to more than 8 outputs. So I'll go ahead. People want to go to 2 vents, 2 cooling, and 1 heat. So I'm going to change the settings. Number of vent channels, put P0, put that to 2. The number of fans, we're going to put that to, fans is cooling. And the first output for the fans, we're going to put that to 5. Number of heaters, we're going to put that to 1. And we're going to make that on relay number 7. So you're wondering what those numbers are all about. See, the buttons on the front each hold out to these. These are relays that turn on and off. And it holds out to the buttons across the bottom that you're going to see when it restarts. Because I remapped the relays. Now, if you can see on the video, it shows 2 heaters, 2 fans, 1 heat. And those hold out to these relays. So you got 1 through 6 here, 7 and 8 there. Since we're only going to have 2 vents, we've got to change some wiring here, because by default it's for low voltage motors, and you can't use those outputs for anything else unless you change the bus bars here in the back. And I'll show you how to do that. We have 2 vents, so each vent takes 2 outputs, and you start it with 1. So 1 and 2 is for vent 1, 3 and 4 is for vent 2, and we had 5 and 6 for the cooling. And I'll show you how to take these bus bars off. You've got to unplug it first. Take the screw gun, take all the screws out. There's 2 bus bars, 1 here in the middle row, 1 in the top row. And you got to take it entirely apart to clip them. So I got this bus bar out, and it's 6 long. It went for 1 through 6. We're going to change it for 1 through 4. So we've got to chop the one end off. Boing, now it's shorter. We put it back in. Get our screw gun. Painted weird because of where it belongs. We color code all our tools here at AutoVent. There, we're putting this back on. It was 1 through 6. Now you can see we moved it back just through 1 through 4. Here I'm clipping the second bus bar. The blue wire goes on the top and purple one goes on the middle row. If you have low voltage motors, always leave the blue on the top, purple on the bottom, because that takes the low voltage motor power. If you don't have low voltage motors, you have 110 motors, take these blue and purple off entirely. If you don't have any low voltage vents, just take these 2 wires off and insulate them, because their only purpose is for powering low voltage motors. So there, I've got it connected together. Now these bus bars only go through 1 through 4 because we only have 2 vents. We only have 2 low voltage vents, so we've got the extra bus bar taken off because it ships across 6. We only want it through 4. So now it's off, and you can connect a cooling circuit between the top row and the bottom row here would be your dry contact hooked up to number 5. So right here I'm looking at number 5. The bottom row and the top row is both sides of the dry contact for number 5. So now you know how to change the bus bars when you're remapping on the Captain 6 or the Captain 8.